News at noon starts right now.
The ritual of hurricane preparedness coming a little bit later in the season than normal, but no less important, people in Florida rushing to get ready for their first major hurricane this year.
Many are stocking up on water, generators, and other supplies as Ian continues to make a beeline for the Florida Gulf Coast. ABC's Morgan Norwood is there and has more on the expected impact as people brace for the storm.
This afternoon, Ian swelling to hurricane status and charging toward Cuba with the potential to become a major hurricane as soon as today. Residents in Florida keeping a cautious eye. Governor Ron DeSantis declaring a state of emergency for the entire state.
Floridians up and down the Gulf Coast should feel the impacts of this as up to 36 hours before actual landfall due to the size of the hurricane.
Many wasting no time gathering supplies and making preparations.
Just make sure I'm self-sufficient for a while because I know electricity is going to go out. And I'll be fine.
Though forecasters are unsure where exactly Ian will make landfall, all agree the storm will lash large sections of the state with heavy rains, whipping winds, and fierce flooding. ABC's Rob Marciano explains.
This is Tampa Bay, a massive body of water that spans 30 miles to the Gulf of Mexico. Only 11 feet deep. With the right wind, that water gets pushed up the bay, piling up until it reaches downtown and has nowhere else to go, flooding the core of the city.
And it's why homeowners are boarding up and why Jose Lugo is filling sandbags. He just helped his parents prepare in Puerto Rico for Hurricane Fiona, and now he's doing the same for Ian.
And now I'm here helping myself and everybody else that I can.
And while Floridians look to shield themselves from Ian's impact, Canadians are still reeling in the wake of Fiona's fury. Hundreds of thousands still without power and homes and businesses destroyed.
But right now, the priority right now is getting power back to people, getting people a safe shelter, getting some return to normal.
And more than 2,500 Florida National Guard members have been called in ahead of the storm. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden authorizing and declaring an emergency, asking FEMA to start coordinating disaster relief. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Tampa.
Of course, that's Hurricane Ian, which is about to make landfall, but our latest KSAT community event is happening right now for those who were affected by Hurricane Fiona in Puerto Rico. It has been downgraded as a hurricane, but the phone bank with the American Red Cross is live right now in our studios. Volunteers from that agency accepting donations until 7 o'clock tonight. And coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to check in live with the Red Cross about what your donation for that hurricane will do. We have learned more about a shooting overnight that left a woman dead. The medical examiner identifying her as 27-year-old Samantha Gonzalez. San Antonio police say that she was leaving a bar with friends when their car was sprayed with gunfire. Katrina Weber tells us police now say this was not a random shooting.
In the middle of an East Side neighborhood, San Antonio police find the results of a deadly crime. They were called to the 800 block of Hammond Avenue overnight for a shooting. They say someone took aim at this car, which had 3 people inside. Only later did 2 of them realize that the third one, 27-year-old Samantha Gonzalez, who was sitting in the back seat, had been shot in the head. Police found out later that the shooting didn't happen there. They believe it started a little less than a half mile away in the 1500 block of Gevers.
Based on what police tell us, the victim was with some people involved in a dispute at this bar with another group. And they say that dispute ended with gunfire.
One man who lives nearby told me he heard as many as 20 shots shortly after midnight. Police say the 2 groups had been kicked out for fighting. Then a man in a car pulled out a gun and pulled the trigger before speeding away. The car with the victim also took off, but stopped just down the road where Gonzalez's friends called for help. Police say they have no information on the man who killed her. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
San Antonio police still haven't found the driver who they say hit and killed a man overnight. It happened just after 1 along Old Highway 90 on the city's west side. SAPD says the man was riding his bicycle along the road. He was in the grass when someone in an unknown vehicle drove off the road and hit him. The cyclist died at the scene. Officers say the driver didn't stop to help that man, and police say so far they have not found any witnesses to that crash. And happening today, U.S. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee and U.S. Congressman Joaquin Castro will be in Uvalde. They are holding a Congressional Children's Caucus meeting to discuss federal trauma services. It'll be happening at 2 p.m. at the Southwest Texas Junior College, and we've been told each of the families will have 5 minutes alone with the representatives.
It's called Blue Star Welcome Week. It's underway now. The city of San Antonio and military nonprofits coming together, connecting military families to their community and beyond. The group called Blue Star Families and the city have been planning this week of fun, offering creative opportunities for military and veteran families to meet and engage with the city that they now call home. Every year, thousands of military members move to cities like San Antonio, and they don't know anyone. Blue Star Families says the solution is a simple act of welcome.
They have no sense of connection. They don't have people they can ask for a favor, a simple act of asking someone for a favor. So through our data, we have found that less than a third of military families feel connected to those local communities. And I think through the pandemic, we have begun to understand how debilitating that kind of isolation can be, and that lack of sense of belonging to community can actually be. And our military families feel this all the time in every community in which they live. So we want to change that. We want to inspire and engage all Americans to do one very simple thing, and that is to welcome military families to the new communities to which they have moved.
Blue Star Welcome Week ends on October 2nd. If you want to look at the events and opportunities and just get involved, you can visit bluestarfam.org.
And it may still feel like summer outside, but we're no strangers to cold, icy weather. And for some local families who struggle to make ends meet, new winter coats are pretty much out of the question. And that's why local organizations are launching the Coats for Kids drive. According to the city of San Antonio, 26% of San Antonians live below the poverty line. 21% of their income ends up going just to energy bills, making money pretty tight. The city says the goal of the coat drive is to collect 15,000 coats for San Antonio families, and those coats will also be part of an art project.
And ultimately, when we collect all of these coats, we are going to have an artist create a portrait of a student using all the coats. So there's an intersection of meeting that need of environment, making sure that our kids are having that basic need met, and then connecting it to the arts.
So get ready to help San Antonians get some coats for winter, because no winter's coming at some point.
Even if it's only for a couple weeks. Bridge work around the city leading to road closures. We're going to take a look at the areas affected and how you can get around them.
And it is media day for the San Antonio Spurs. So many young faces. We will hear from a few of them on how this team has to really work to come together. Coming up. Fiona, now a post-tropical storm, but as we have seen, that powerful storm has left destruction in its wake. Now, many people are wondering how they can help those affected. This noon, our KSAT community partners have joined with the Red Cross for a phone bank to raise money for people in Puerto Rico. Ursula Perry is now at the phone bank in Studio B. Ursula.
Thank you, David. We are here with the new executive director of the American Red Cross here in San Antonio. Where exactly, Daniel Martinez, does our dollars that we donate today to Hurricane Fiona go?
Thank you so much. Every dollar that we raise today goes to the immediate efforts that are underway by many hundreds of American Cross workers and volunteers to provide relief to the residents of Puerto Rico.
So we're talking food, diapers,
comfort kits, shelter. So the American Red Cross provides a wide range of services and support. So right now, we're talking comfort kits, food, shelter for the day. In addition to that, we provide medical relief services. You know, when these disasters happen, people lose glasses and medication. Red Cross comes in to either provide the direct support or get them in touch with those who can provide the support they need.
The video we've seen, floodwaters, and then, of course, as you're looking at right now, the floodwaters receding, and you see the mess left behind. But a lot of people right now still don't have clean water nor electricity.
That's correct. So American Red Cross is on the ground with many partner agencies, assessing the damage and doing what we can to get in there and provide those services that are desperately needed. We even have volunteers who they themselves don't have water and electricity and basic needs, but they're working to ensure that the people of Puerto Rico get back up and running.
One of the things that we probably should mention, don't take it upon yourself to like drop off a case of baby food or diapers or water at the American Red Cross San Antonio chapter, because that actually kind of defeats the purpose. What you guys can do with the donated money is far more valuable to the people of Puerto Rico.
Sure, absolutely. While everything is appreciated and we know a lot of people want to give, the number one resource to provide support is money. Right now, for just $20, we can provide breakfast, lunch, and dinner to an individual for a day, or comfort kits to a family of 4. For as much as $200, we can provide a full day of food and shelter for a family of 4. Any amount, every amount makes a difference. But these are just some of the examples of how, with our partner agencies, our dollars can go further.
Better buying power.
Absolutely.
The phone number to call, if you want to, we have 1 or 2 phone lines still open. 210-351-1363. This phone bank is going to be in operation until about 7 o'clock tonight. So tell your friends, tell your family, if this is something that you want to help out with, there's an easy way to do it. Just call 210-351-1363. We'll send it back to the studio now.
Thank you, Ursula and Daniel. Let's take a live look outside with the live cam. It is still warm. You know, the Gulf waters are still warm. Ian is tracking towards Florida. We, on the other hand, have nothing but blue skies and a few little clouds.
Blue skies, and we're going to see that for a full week. Okay, we got a front coming through. It's actually through, and we're ushering in some drier air. That forecast, it looks pretty good, especially if you look at the mornings, and we'll have more on that in just a second. Here's a look at the aquifer, down half a foot to 632.5 with your pollen count. Molds are high today. They're at 3,620. They should be coming down. Ragweed and pigweed both low. We update the tropics, and we take a look at this week's forecast coming up.
As San Antonio continues to grow, construction projects seem to be the norm, but traffic problems also are becoming the norm.
This week, road crews are going to be doing some bridge work around the Alamo City. Traffic Authority Stephen Cavazos gives us a look at the closures and detours to help you plan your week.
The road closures, you can expect it. They're going to continue until throughout the rest of September, I should say, and into the early days of October. But let's make sure you can plan your commute ahead of time. Lots to look out for here. Loop 1604 north central side of San Antonio. You guessed it, bridge widening work is taking place. Starts on Monday, September 26th, and should wrap on Friday, September 30th. You will see that work take place from 9 in the morning, at least until 3 in the afternoon, according to TxDOT. That's when you'll also see the west to eastbound turnaround full closure there at Loop 1604 and Lock Hill Selma Road. But let's take another drive over here, this time to US 281 on the north side of San Antonio, because on Thursday, September 29th, we'll see bridge work take place at least until Friday, September 30th. But this is for those late night owls or early bird commuters. 8 in the evening to 5 in the morning is when you'll see that full closure of the Overlook Parkway there at the intersection. One last jump over here to I-10, the east side of San Antonio and Bexar County, bridge work. We talk about this all the time, but Friday, September 30th is when you'll see a lot of that work take place, at least until Saturday, October 1st. It is overnight again, 8:30 in the evening to 12 in the afternoon. A full westbound main lane closure from Zill Road to FM 2538 is what you can see out there. But of course, you know where to find that information. You can grab those phones right now, open your camera app, and scan that QR code by tapping the center of the screen. That will take you directly to the KSAT traffic page. And there, you'll also find a full list of all the closures that are current and that will take place in and around the Alamo City.
Okay, it's so much nicer out there this morning. Is it my imagination? Is the humidity lower?
No, it's not your imagination.
Yes.
Your inclination is correct. It's still going to be a hot afternoon. We're still going to see some hot temperatures this week, but it's the dry heat, and it's the mornings and the evenings that we're going to love so much. Let's look at the dew points right now. This tells the story. That front came through this morning. Dew points are now dropping into the 50s here in San Antonio, low 50s. Still some higher dew points as you get down towards Del Rio, Laredo, and Corpus Christi, but those numbers will fall too. It takes some time. The dry air is lagging a little bit behind this front. And as we go forward in time here, the dew points drop off into the 40s by this evening. And as we head into tomorrow, by tomorrow morning, dew points are in the low 40s. That is going to allow temperatures to drop pretty nicely by tomorrow morning. We'll have clear skies. The only thing is that we'll still have some gusty winds. That'll keep temperatures up just a little bit. But as we get later into the week, you'll see the morning lows really drop off thanks to this drier air. And this model is showing dew points in the 30s by late tomorrow evening. That puts us in the very dry category. It's been a while since we've been there. The low temperature forecast, and this really is the main takeaway here. 63 tomorrow morning, 61 Wednesday, 60 Thursday morning, and 59 Friday and Saturday morning. This entire week is going to be fantastic and below average when it comes to those morning lows. Let's go outside for you right now. We've got a few clouds out there. Temperature is at 89. Northeasterly winds at about 12. And we've got wind gusts now at 24 miles per hour. Winds will be windy from time to time today. And as we look at the cloud cover, a few high clouds here north of San Antonio. That's about it. Some leftover clouds out west. We did get some rain this morning. Complex of showers and storms along the front worked through some of our western counties, up to an inch of rain in some cases. But if you're watching from San Antonio, you probably wouldn't have known that. It stayed very quiet here in town. Temperatures right now, 87 in Helotes, 90 Port SA, 90 Stinson, 89 Randolph, 90 already in New Braunfels. So we do know it is going to be a hot day, as I said. Wind gusts, gusting to 24 here in town, gusting to 22 at Randolph. Some gusts up close to 30 at New Braunfels. I don't think they'll go much higher than that number there, but gusts anywhere from 20 to 25, I think is possible through the evening hours. And again, these winds will stay up somewhat overnight as well. Here's a look at the forecast high temperatures. 95 here in San Antonio, 96 Somerset, 96 in Elmendorf. It is still going to be a hot day. Good news here, this is probably the hottest day we have in the 7-day forecast. After today, we will see some cooler afternoon readings as well. And the dew points, well, they're dropping. And by tomorrow, we're talking about dew points in the 30s. But these dew points don't really rise significantly. Even going into the weekend, we'll get another shot of dry air. That'll keep dew points in the 40s. So a nice stretch here. You know, it'd be nice if we get some rain, but that certainly is not in the cards. As we look at the tropics, Hurricane Ian, this is a big system as far as how wide it is, but it's also going to become a very powerful system. Right now, winds are at 80 miles per hour, gusting to 100. It's near the Cayman Islands right there, but where does it go? Well, it scrapes over the west side of Cuba. That's not going to inhibit it much, and so we do think there will be strengthening. Category 3 storm by Tuesday, winds of 120 miles per hour. As this thing nears Florida, which will happen on Thursday, it'll get near the west coast, maybe weakening a little bit. But for folks in Tampa, this is not a great situation. If it does track west of them, then they'll be kind of on the wrong side of the storm. They'll be getting a decent storm surge out of this. But keep in mind, this storm can go anywhere within this area you see here, the cone of uncertainty. And as it works its way north, it slows a little bit. That means it's going to dump some pretty good rain over parts of central and northern Florida, then eventually working its way up into Georgia by this weekend. This will be a big problem for Florida, and the southeast could cause some travel delays and chain reaction travel delays, so something to keep in mind. Gusty winds again tomorrow, 91. But low 90s Wednesday and Thursday, low humidity mornings, as we said, right around 60 degrees each and every day. Crisp, cool mornings. Sounds great.
Check it out. Very nice. Thank you, Justin. We've been waiting for this.
Coming up in just a few minutes, Spurs holding their first media day. They used to be the old team in the league. Remember that? Now they have 6 rookies on the preseason roster. RJ Marquez was there, and he talked to a few of those young guys. They are young and excited. Today is Spurs Media Day. It is a season of transition, but one constant remains head coach Greg Popovich. He spoke a little while ago about the new group heading into the 2022-23 season. RJ Marquez was there and has more on the youth movement.
That's right, Spurs Media Day 2022 underway from the team training facility, and there are a lot of new faces in the building. The team traded all-star DeJounte Murray this offseason as they continue this rebuild and youth movement. Coach Greg Popovich spoke first this morning about what he expects from this group, and he was very straightforward, as he's known to be. He said he would not place any bets in Las Vegas on this team winning the title, but that is not the point. It's about development and getting the young guys ready to play together and grow as a unit. Coach Pop described this like going back to the first day of school. Here's what he had to say, along with Devin Vassell, about the anticipation of the season.
The fundamentals are really important. We have to make sure we don't leave anybody behind. You know, it's kind of like going to school, not skipping steps, and starting with the fundamentals is important. But at the same time, they really have to play together to gain that trust.
Everybody's stepping into a new role, so we all just got to trust each other. It's going to be a long season. We all just got to work, and potential, it's a lot of new opportunity for everybody, so I think everybody's excited. It's just, we all got to figure out how it's going to work.
And big things are expected from Devin Vassell, as he said earlier that he hopes to become a team leader, and he has full trust that head coach Greg Popovich will get him there. Also, we got a little bit of word on Keldon Johnson. He is expected to be ready for the season opener, will not be part of the preseason as he recovers from a shoulder injury. And Coach Pop was in a good mood. He joked that the reason he returned was, of course, because of the paycheck, but that he also made this decision at midnight last night. Now, the Spurs open training camp tomorrow, and their first preseason game is right around the corner on Sunday. Reporting from the training facility, RJ Marquez, KSAT 12.
Glad Pop could make it this morning. Devin Vassell looks like he's been in the weight room, doesn't he? Looks good. And, of course, tonight we're back to the NFL, Monday Night Football. It's the Cowboys 1-1 and the Giants 2-0. And Michael Gallup, according to ESPN, will not be playing tonight. So the Cowboys once again then at wide receiver.
Getting used to that.
Yeah.
Booking a vacation can be pricey these days, especially if you're hit with fees you weren't expecting. Now the White House wants to make flight tickets more transparent.
And a mom in California has a warning for parents around the country after a scammer had her thinking her son was in serious danger. But it was her skepticism that kept her from losing money.
Today, Pfizer and BioNTech finishing up their submission to the Food and Drug Administration for emergency use authorization for a brand new booster shot for kids. This shot would be for 5 to 11-year-olds. Officials say that this shot focuses on strains that were part of the original vaccine and new variants, too. The 10-milligram dose of Pfizer's bivalent vaccine already authorized for people 12 and older. But Moderna is also filing for authorization of its latest booster for children as young as 6. It's a phone call that you do not want to miss, but now it comes with a word of warning. A mom in California terrorized by a caller that her son had been kidnapped, but instead of danger, it was a scam. ABC's Stephanie Ramos reports how it worked.
One California mom recounting the terrifying moment she thought her son was kidnapped after she received an eerie phone call. That call turned out to be a common scam.
I got a phone call and I picked up the phone and I heard a crying person.
The mother of 2 fearing one of her children could be in danger.
This crying person said, "Mom," and continued to sob.
Speaking to our Los Angeles station KABC, going only by Kirsty for her safety, she recalls how real that crying voice and the potential danger felt.
I've heard him cry before, and it was similar to him.
When she screamed her son's name, Max, the man on the phone made threats.
Started asking me for money, that he had my child and he was going to hurt him.
Kirsty asking the man how much money he needed for her son to be freed.
Never giving me an amount. And that's when they got really frustrated and told me that they were going to punish me and how do you like this, and hung up the phone.
The mom then calling her son's place of work, relieved to discover that he was there, safe and sound. Then calling the suspect's number on her computer through Zoom.
Why did you hang up on me?
Because you're a dumb bitch and you don't want to help Max.
Chilling, right? That's ABC's Stephanie Ramos reporting now. Experts say that these calls usually have voices in the background. So if you get one of these calls and you hear that, they urge you don't act right away. The more you just slow down, the less likely it is that you'll fall for one of these scams.
The travel industry may soon have to be more upfront about how customers are being charged for baggage, cancellations, and flight changes. Today, President Joe Biden proposing a new rule aimed at increasing transparency. According to a draft release from the Department of Transportation, travel sites and airlines will have to disclose any possible additional fees the first time an airfare is displayed. A White House official says Biden will stress the importance of travelers being able to see exactly how much their tickets will cost. Amazon getting a big jump on the holiday shopping season. The company is rolling out what it's calling its Prime Early Access Sale, which will be similar to its annual Prime Day sale. Amazon says it'll offer deals on hundreds of thousands of items to Prime members. The sale is set for October 11th and 12th for shoppers in 15 countries around the world. Other retailers also getting a jump start on the holidays. Walmart announced last week that it's going to start its holiday sales as early as next month, and Target said its deal days will be held October 6th through the 8th.
It has been so hot and humid for about 4 months now that holiday shopping actually this week might feel all right, might fit.
Might work. It's going to be great in the mornings, that's for sure. And the evenings won't be bad either. It's just in the afternoons, it's still going to be a little bit toasty. Let's take a look at the state and where this front is right now. You can see it's just south of us. We're still going to make it up into the 90s today. So it will still be above average. But this drier air is starting to funnel in. It lags a little bit behind that front. You see the numbers in the state. This is not one of those big time cold fronts by any stretch of the imagination, but it's the dry air that is going to make all the difference. 86 in Waco, 82 Dallas right now. It is in the 70s in places like Lubbock and Amarillo, and they'll get a little bit of a cool down from this front. 92 though at this hour at Corpus Christi, and still some humidity there. So until that front moves through, they're going to see some pretty muggy conditions today. Wind gusts, not too strong, but we are seeing some gusts up around 25 miles per hour. Expect some gusty winds throughout the afternoon and into this evening. Even tonight, I think we'll still see winds step a little bit out of the north and east. And here's a look at some of the weather headlines as we look at the time lapse here. And we haven't seen much cloud cover today, maybe a few thin high clouds. It rained. Yeah, it sure did overnight. Places in the hill country, Edwards Plateau out west received some rainfall. We'll show you the totals here in just a few minutes. And how low are we going to go? I think 50s are a good bet in the forecast, even here in San Antonio. And Ian is strengthening. We're going to show you the wind field and how big that wind field is for Ian. That's coming up here in just a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. 4 people now recovering after falling into a sinkhole in Guatemala, and there's more than one of those sinkholes. That's according to the mayor of Villanueva near Guatemala City. Officials believe that these sinkholes were caused by recent heavy rains in the area. Volunteer fire crews say one sinkhole measured nearly 100 feet wide and almost 50 feet deep.
Now to the latest of the war in Ukraine. Outrage growing in Russia after President Vladimir Putin announced a new military draft. Thousands are taking to the streets while others are fleeing the country. The U.S. National Security Advisor says the Kremlin is getting more desperate as it struggles in its invasion of Ukraine. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze has the latest from Washington.
Escalating tension in Russia as thousands protest and flee a new military draft ordered by Russian President Vladimir Putin for his invasion of Ukraine. In St. Petersburg, video shows police kicking a protester in the head. Human rights activists say more than 2,000 have been arrested in recent days across Russia. Thousands of others are fleeing to neighboring Georgia, the country now closing its borders to Russian men of fighting age. The exodus and outrage prompted by Putin's order last week, recruiting 300,000 reservists with military expertise to fight in Ukraine and to hold sham referendum votes seeking to annex parts of the country. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on CBS's Face the Nation called Putin's moves a sign Russia is losing the war.
It's 7 months since Russia tried to occupy Ukraine, but they couldn't. And now he has to justify. He has to take steps to justify.
After Putin hinted about the use of nuclear weapons, U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan with this warning to the Kremlin.
And we have communicated directly, privately to the Russians at very high levels that there will be catastrophic consequences for Russia if they use nuclear weapons in Ukraine.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken announced today that the U.S. will give almost $500 million in additional aid to Ukraine. He added that some of the funds will go toward efforts to investigate, document, and prosecute atrocities perpetuated by Russian forces. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
Back here at home, our latest KSAT community event is happening right now to help those in Puerto Rico affected by the Hurricane Fiona. The phone bank with the American Red Cross is live as we speak. Volunteers from the agency are accepting donations until 7 o'clock tonight. And coming up after the break, we're going to be checking in with the Red Cross once again, and we'll see what your donations could mean to people in need. But there's that phone number right there for you.
By now, you've seen all those images out of Puerto Rico showing the flooded roads and the destroyed homes. That island now trying to clean up and rebuild. And even though the island is more than 2,000 miles away from us here in San Antonio, there are some things that we can do to help the people of Puerto Rico. This noon, our KSAT community partners have joined with the Red Cross for a phone bank, raising money for those relief efforts. And David Sears is in that phone bank right now. David.
Thank you, Ursula. We are with Daniel Martinez, the brand new executive director of the Red Cross here in San Antonio. You've only been here 5 weeks?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you got to hit the ground running.
Absolutely, but that's what we do. This is what our mission is. We're here today with these wonderful volunteers manning this phone bank in order to provide relief efforts to the people of Puerto Rico.
Okay, for all you folks at home watching, here it is, 210-351-1363. We've got some volunteers here. We got 5 people manning the phones, and we need them to ring. We're trying to help those folks in Puerto Rico. Now, they got hit by Irma, and then they got hit by Maria way back in 2017. And if you've been paying attention to the news or even been to Puerto Rico, you know we're reeling from that hurricane, still trying to rebuild. And now here comes Fiona. So what can we do? What specifically can folks here in San Antonio do to help these people?
Absolutely, and we appreciate any and all help, but the number one thing that we can do is to provide financial resources to the American Red Cross. We use those resources with our volunteers who are deployed, who are the boots on ground individuals. Some of our volunteers are there right now without food and water and essentials themselves, but they're there to help get things up and running. So for us, every dollar matters, but as an example, just for $20, that can help provide a breakfast, lunch, and dinner for an individual, or a comfort kit for a family of 4. For a $200 donation, that can provide food and shelter for a family for a day. So it's far-reaching.
With so much destruction left behind by Fiona, how does the money, how do the items that you're using the money for to purchase, how does it actually get down to Puerto Rico?
Absolutely. So we at the American Red Cross are very proud because 90% of every dollar raised is directly towards mission. And so we have individuals, both staff and primarily volunteers, who are already boots on the ground there in Puerto Rico, who are coordinating the efforts to get the resources that are needed. We pre-position supplies and materials when we know devastation, an event like a hurricane is on the way. And then we have our reactive services to make sure that all the resources that are needed are present on the ground.
All right, once again, here's that phone number, 210-351-1363. We're helping out the folks down in Puerto Rico recovery from Fiona. And we will be here tonight with this phone back till 7 o'clock this evening. So you've got time to decide just what kind of donation you want to make, and then you give them a call with that number right there. Thanks, General. Appreciate you coming, and appreciate, of course, San Antonio. You know San Antonio.
Happy to be home.
We've got some big hearts here in San Antonio, so they will do what they can to help out. Ursula?
Thank you, guys. An estimated 6.5 million Americans who are aged 65 and older live with Alzheimer's. It's a big problem for families, and they face it all around the world, around the country, and yes, here in Texas. Over 400,000 Texans, in fact, are affected by this disease. Max Massey explains there are numerous ways that you can step up and help out. It's all coming up in the coming weeks.
Hundreds of thousands of families across Texas, they need help when it comes to Alzheimer's. I'm joined here with Greg, the executive director here. So, Greg, tell us about this need. How do you guys help local families?
So we like to say we provide the help and the hope. The help for today by providing care and support for those living with the disease, with community education, support groups, financial and legal planning, those kinds of things. And then the hope for tomorrow by advocating for additional research dollars, by raising funds and awareness for the need to fund research, and really accelerating research on a global scale.
I'm glad you brought up fundraising because October you guys have so many events planned. Let's start with the walk.
Yeah, absolutely. So our walk in San Antonio this year is on October 15th. We'll be out at Fiesta, Texas. You can still help us fundraise. We're about 33% of the way towards our goal of $850,000. So we could use all the help we can get.
And that's not the only event coming up in October. You guys also have the Beard vs. Beans Challenge and, of course, all the car shows.
It's a couple of brothers that compete against each other every year, and their event will be at Burleson Beer Yard this Saturday. The loser of the fundraising campaign has to walk the length of 410. We also have a car show on October 1st at Hardis out off Huebner.
All right, Greg, thank you so much. If you guys have any questions about any of the individual events, we're going to have all that information. Just head to KSAT.com. For KSAT 12 News, I'm Max Massey.
As we go outside to live cam, it's 90 degrees. We were just talking about Justin and a lot of the other folks that were out at the Head for the Cure run on Saturday. Man, it was humid. I never seen Justin sweat so much.
Justin thought he was going to win this. He thought there was like a trophy at the end.
No, it was for a good cause.
Yes,
That's why we were there. That's why we were there, and it was great to see so many people there.
What place did you get?
I got second in my age group, which isn't bad. Steph finished first.
Wow.
She's an all-star.
Wow.
Man.
Look at you two.
We try. 88 degrees so far technically at the airport. 73 was the low this morning, but these numbers are going to get much better. The average is 67. We'll start to see our morning lows go below average. No records, but below average at least. A look at that 7-day forecast is coming up.
Oh, it's 90 now, but man, he was showing us some low numbers the other
This week
we
is like going to make everything all right.
Yeah.
I have a feeling when I'm driving to work tomorrow morning, windows are going to be down.
Yeah.
It's kind of that first feel of fall. You got to soak it in. Put all the windows down. Let's take a look at some of the rainfall this morning. You know, if you were here in San Antonio, you may have never known that it rained this morning. And there were some good numbers. A little area of thunderstorms came through out ahead of that front, but it stayed mostly across the hill country, Edwards Plateau. You can see some of the numbers here. Over an inch, northwestern Kirk County, Barksdale, Del Rio picked up some good rain this morning. That has all since cleared out. And we're not expecting any more rain with today's front. And in fact, dry air really settles in as we go throughout the rest of the week. The only moisture you really find across the country is going to be associated with Ian. This orange color represents very dry air. Once you get that in place, you almost can't see any rain out of it. But Ian is going to pose big issues for parts of Florida before it moves into some of that drier air. Let's talk about Ian very quickly. We showed you earlier that it is a strengthening hurricane, but I want to show you the wind radii so it shows how far out these winds go. The yellow color represents tropical storm force winds, and they do extend out quite a ways from the storm. It's pretty big, and as it crosses over Cuba, you can see those winds, some of those stronger winds will start to touch the island, and then as it gets close to Florida, this path is going to make a big difference here. How close it gets to the coast will determine how much damage we see there along the coast in places like Tampa, how much storm surge we see, but you'll notice the winds do extend out over the Tampa area as we get into Wednesday, and peak winds will be at 120 miles per hour. Hopefully this thing weakens a little bit as it officially moves onshore. If it does take a more western route and then weaken some to a tropical storm, that's what the Hurricane Center thinks at this point Friday morning. But we're going to have to watch this. It really could be a matter of 100 miles or so, and that's how it often plays out with these hurricanes and storms. But we do know there will be a lot of rain associated with this as well. Let's go live for you outside. We've got a few clouds coming through. 89 degrees at the airport, 90 at Stinson, 91 Kelly, 89 at Randolph, and northeasterly winds really starting to kick in here, and that is ushering in that drier air. Still, even with that front, it's a hot day. 89 degrees at the airport now. 91 Gonzales, 91 Hondo, 93, I should say, at Pleasanton, 94 in Cotulla. And you look around Bexar County, we're right at 90 degrees. I think we gain about 5 degrees or more or so over the next couple of hours, and that'll probably be our high temperature. From there, probably the hottest temperatures we'll see all week. So there's some good news there. Wind gusts gusting to 24 miles per hour, I should say, at the airport, gusting to 18 in Boulevardy. So there are some gusty winds out of the northeast, and there is the drier air starting to work in. Dew points are in the 50s now, even low 50s, starting to see a few 40s. That puts us in the pleasant category. And the dew point trend over the next 6 days, well, it bottoms out. Tomorrow, we'll see dew points in the 30s and 40s all week long. I don't see any return of Gulf moisture until maybe early next week. So this is going to be a stretch of really dry weather. Now, the downside to that is that there is very little rain. There's no rain in the forecast. 93 degrees 2 p.m., 94 3 p.m. We're up around 95 today, 93 at 6 o'clock. This evening will be nice. Temperatures fall into the upper 70s by 10 p.m. Dry air is there. Winds will calm a little bit, but we still have enough winds overnight. Keep temperatures from really getting low. 63 to start tomorrow morning. 91 on Tuesday, 90 Wednesday, 90 Thursday, even upper 80s on Friday. And there you see the low temperatures, upper 50s, both Friday and Saturday morning. We'll be right back.
Whether because of or in spite of all the bad press, that movie, Don't Worry, Darling, debuted at #1. That new film collecting $19.2 million in its opening weekend. The Woman King failed to hold on to its crown, falling to second place with $11.1 million. And the re-release of Avatar brought in $10 million, enough for a third-place finish. Imagine that. The horror film Barbarian made $4.8 million, landing in fourth place. And Pearl, starring Mia Goth, fell to fifth place, earning $1.9 million.
We are debuting a brand new SA Live today with our own superstars. Look at there.
Thank you very much, but you don't want to be looking at us. Look over here. Look
Check
at this.
Out. These are the incredible creations from Duck Donuts. There is a blueberry pancake, a lemon powdered sugar, a maple bacon.
Sugar, cinnamon over there, all the fall flavors. Hey, how'd you like to get one of those for free? I'd love that.
Guess what? Parents, listen up. We're going to tell you how your kids can get one, and teachers, listen up too.
Okay, what happens when the bun and the chicken don't really match? Okay, there's the bun. That's the chicken breast that goes in that. Something's wrong with this picture here, I think.
No, or everything is right with this photo. There we go. Click. Okay.
Jessica Gagnon from Crazy Katsu is here. Oh my goodness gracious. What does Katsu mean, by the way?
Katsu is a Japanese panko breaded and fried product. That's what Katsu means.
Okay, we're going to show these incredible chicken sandwiches coming up.
All right, Jen is out live today with a very special guest. What's going on, Jen?
Yes, free family fun. Okay, those are 3 keywords here at Traders Village on this stage happening this weekend. There will be 3 Latin Grammy award-winning artists hitting the stage. We have all the details, everything you need to know coming up.
All right, and putting for pups, and all for a good cause.
Yep, how you can participate this weekend. And we have action figures. Yes, that's the back of them. Wonder what they look like.
We're going to spin these around in a few minutes. It is absolutely incredible. We're going to tell you how you can get this done for you.
Got the gray hair.
Temperatures are quickly making their way up to the 80s into the 90s. It is still going to be a hot day, but much, much drier. Gusty winds into this evening. A great start tomorrow morning, 91 on Tuesday, and we'll see lows in the low 60s, upper 50s all this week. Afternoon, sunny and warm, but not too bad. Great looking 7-day forecast. Yo.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you for watching the news at noon.
Mike and Fiona got donuts.
And action figures. That's not fair.
That's a pretty...
I want one.
An action figure or a donut?
Both.
Good question. SA Live starts right
now.
Celebrate San Antonio. Coming to you live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
Hello and happy Look at those faces. If ever there was a reason to give back, that's one right there. Aren't they cute? I hope they don't get in the rough. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mike Osterhage.
And I'm Fiona Corstisa. Yes, I mean, seriously, check these out. These are our little figurines, 3D figurines. We are going to tell you how you can get this done for you, your pets, your family. I mean,
very simple process, very cool. We're going to show it all to you.
Look at that detail. I mean, that's wow.
And I'm wondering, did Ursula want a figurine of herself or one of us? I mean, as a, you know.
Oh, I think she wants one of you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway.
Okay. All right. So of course, it's fall, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So we want to know, with all those fall flavors out there, you know, do you like pumpkin spice or apple cider? 3, 2, 1. Apple cider. Sorry. 3, 2, 1.
Apple
pumpkin
cider.
Spice. I knew it.
Really?
I knew we'd be different. I knew it. Okay.
And it's got to be the real, it can't be like apple juice, it's got to be the real thin. There was a great place when I grew up, Franklin Cider Mill, greatest apple cider in the world. I'm digressing here, so.
I knew you can just pick one and stop talking. Okay, right,
I did.
So let us know.
The Franklin Cider Mill.
Let us know at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter whose island you're on. Okay, well, you could say our first guest makes chicken sandwiches, but after looking at them, I mean, you can tell, you know, this is no average chicken. Look at that, no average chicken sandwich.
It's like a slab of chicken there. Jessica Gagnon, who is the owner of Crazy Katsu, is here to show us when it comes to chicken sandwiches, bigger. And again, look at the size of this. That goes on the sandwich, and it doesn't even fit in the whole bun.
I know,
so,
and you just dropped one in there not too long ago. How much longer does it have? about it's ready.
It's ready.
It's ready. It's
Okay,
ready
it's
now.
ready.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make
I
sure.
got
Like,
nervous.
I didn't want us to mess that up.
Okay.
Okay. And Jessica Gagne, owner of Crazy Katsu, is here to show us why, when it comes to sandwiches, the bigger they are, the harder they foul.
Ooh.
Look at that thing. Okay.
And this is heavy too.
So, all right, we know what makes your sandwiches different, of course, the size, right? But what else? Okay.
So our sandwiches are panko breaded, deep fried, but I think before we even get to that process, what makes us the difference is that we have a custom blend and we brine our chicken breast for at least 24 hours.
And you worked on this brining for how long?
A little over a year, just to get it perfected. Yes.
Really?
Correct.
And this all came out of, like everything else?
COVID. Yeah, COVID.
Started
of course.
small, right?
It did start really small. It was a challenge between my husband and some of his friends of who could make a better chicken sandwich. And he came up with this, and we grew organically quickly, so much so that we decided to open our first restaurant.
Okay, well this is going over here, and the one done is which sandwich?
This is our American that's finished, and we're also going to make another American here.
Okay.
You're going to work on our Asian hot honey.
Ooh.
So all of our sauces are made in-house. Our Asian hot honey is definitely our top-selling sandwich.
Okay. And there's even hotter on the menu, right?
There is. We
What
have
is
our
that?
hot, but our challenge and must sign a waiver sandwich is our DNA, which says do not attempt.
Really?
Yes.
It's that hot.
It is that hot.
Okay, what does katsu mean?
Katsu is a panko breaded Japanese style and deep fried.
Okay. All right, so which one am I doing here?
So you're doing the Asian hot honey. You
What do I
can
do?
put Asian hot honey on top of that.
Okay.
Lots of it. We like to smother them. They're saucy. They're messy. You're going to use 2 hands.
Okay. And a bunch of napkins,
That's
right?
right. Go ahead and put lettuce on top of that. And
Yeah.
on the bun, you can add our Kewpie mayo.
Okay.
Again, we do everything is super saucy.
Oh.
Come on.
There you go.
we go.
Okay.
I was supposed to put. Yeah. I was supposed to put mayo on the bottom too,
Correct.
wasn't I?
Yeah.
Give me a little mayo down there. Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Right.
And this is ready to rock and roll here?
Oh
It
my
is.
gosh. Okay, so that's that one. He's going to attempt. There's no graceful way to do this.
No,
You said
there
some people cut
Yeah,
the
sometimes
sides.
they'll cut the chicken off and use that in a dipping sauce and then eat the sandwich itself.
But this way you can get
Just go in.
undressed chicken, if you will, with a little sauce on there, and then work your way in toward the bun.
That smells amazing.
I know.
Take the bite. Do it. Okay. That looks hot. Was it hot?
Hot.
I was gonna say that's the one that just came out, right? Okay. All right. So while he's recovering from that,
So our
we're making the
American will
what?
have the Kewpie mayo on top and bottom bun as well.
Okay, top and bottom bun as well. Pardon. Lift that chicken.
This is closest to like a regular hamburger. So then you'll put your cheese, your American cheese,
You also said
lettuce,
that,
tomato, and pickle.
that you have a butcher specially trained to slice the chicken breast a certain way for you,
That's
right?
correct. So it's a local company here in town, and they process all of our chicken for us. We have it cut a specific way, so as we brine it, pull it, bread it, fry it, it stays together.
Look at this from the bottom.
I know.
I mean, you literally you would bite in, and you're just gonna have to work your way.
You're going to be
work your
full
way
by the time
around.
you ever hit the bun.
Look at that. That's like a little triangle. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna start over here.
Try it. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
We also have our slides that are a little more manageable.
No, you say. Excuse me. One of the really popular things is the mac and cheese.
Correct. So we do a white mac and cheese with the white cheese sauce. You
Don't
can
mind
get
if I
it as a side, which is the size we have here. You can get it as our return of the mac, which is what you see here with pieces on top. Or you can get it in our Debo, which is our original with mac and cheese and bacon.
You put mac and cheese on that sandwich?
Correct. It's a good Sunday nap.
Okay.
Sandwich.
That would be good. Now,
So tell folks where you're located.
We're at the Yard Shopping Center in Almost Park. We're in one of the 6 train cars in the back of the shopping center.
And you've got a deal for folks, or deal going on right now, right?
Correct, we do. It's a bucket of beer and 30 pieces for
$29.95.
$29.95.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
There it is, right there on the screen. So don't forget, you can get a 30-piece Katsu Bites and bucket of beer for $29.95 at Crazy Katsu. For more information, just head to our website, salive.com. Click on the As Seen on SA Live tab.
All right, from a really, really yummy money-saving meal to a free event for Hispanic Heritage Month, AARP is getting ready to host a really big celebration.
Yes, it's going to be happening at Traders Village, and that's where our Jen Tobias-Dresky is right now. Hey there, Jen.
Hello, yes, it's the 9th annual Celebrando con AARP, and it's happening here at Traders Village this coming Sunday. Here to tell us all about it are Lisa Rodriguez, Director of Community Strategy with AARP, and singer Chente Barrera. Now we'll get to Chente here in a minute, but first, Lisa, tell us all about the event.
Sure, so we'll be out here on this coming Sunday, October 2nd. It's called Celebrando con AARP. Our members and their families, they know about it because we've been doing it for so long. But we want you to come out, join us. We're going to have a resource fair where we'll have partners here that will have valuable information for our members and their guests. And also, if you're not a member, please come out. We want you to come get to know us. But aside from that, we're going to have some fabulous music. Chente will give you more about that. But we have great music going on. We want you to bring your dancing shoes, and we want you to bring your chairs because there's plenty of space here at Traders Village. This is one reason why we do it, where you can come, relax, and you choose when you want to take a break from dancing.
Yes, and there's so much space here, right? It's going to be a great time. When we think of AARP, right, we think of advocating for seniors. So how does this celebration fit into that?
Absolutely, and advocating we sure do. We're off of celebrating some huge national wins for our members and their families. But aside from that, AARP has a local presence, and through our local presence, we offer informational sessions and activities that hopefully enhance the lives of our members and their families. But aside from that, we're celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month in a big way, and this event is just one example of that.
Yes, just one of other events coming up, and you know, dancing's so good, right? At any age. And over here we have Chente. So you're going to be performing at the celebration. What can we expect?
You can expect nothing but dancing music, so bring your dancing shoes, like Lisa said. We got nothing but Tejano Conjunto royalty here, should I say. We got David Farias and his band, the Grammy Award-winning David Farias. Of course, people know him from Los Hermanos Farias from back in the 70s, Tropa F through the 90s, and now he's got his own band. Of course, we got the South Texas homies coming all the way from Houston, Texas, Latin Grammy-nominated South Texas homies. These guys are fairly new conjunto. They've been around for about 2-3 years, and just rocking the world of conjunto music. And of course myself, I'm going to be here kicking it off at 2 p.m. here at Traders Village. And of course, if you haven't seen our show, y'all come on, check it out, and you won't be disappointed.
And you too are Grammy Award winning.
I am a Grammy Award winner.
Can't leave that out. Right? And they can follow you and find you on your Facebook?
ChenteBarrera.com, and of course on Facebook, Chente Barrera.
Got to give
Simple.
a plug there for Chente.
Yeah, there you
all right,
go.
Chente. Yes, get those dancing shoes ready. Lisa, what other events do you have for Hispanic Heritage Month?
Yeah, we have some great events, but I'll highlight a few. Again, we're offering our events virtually and in person. So a couple of the in-person events. We have cooking with Chef Adan, and he's going to be making some gorditas, and they're going to be healthy gorditas with cactus, shrimp, and red sauce.
Yum.
So sounds lovely, and it is possible to have healthy Mexican food. So please come out, get the information on those two AARP Texas on Facebook, and then also aarptexas.org/San Antonio. We're also partnering with the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center, and we are going to have a dance performance, and then also they'll be celebrating a Latin music performance. So
perfect.
Come join us.
Yes.
We also have kind of another event that we're blending our Hispanic Heritage Month celebration with our voter engagement efforts. And with that, on October 13th, at Palo Alto College, we will be having a county judge forum. We will be sponsoring a forum, and we hope that everybody comes out, get some information, see what you have and what your options are for this November election.
Thank you, Lisa. So much information there. Now, if you missed any of that, I know the full screen is up there for you to see the event happening this Sunday. It is free. You can find more local events on Facebook at AARP Texas. For more information or to register for classes, visit aarp.org/San Antonio or give them a call, 866-227-7443. Back to you guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Chente.
Thank you, Jen. All right, still ahead on SA Live. Well, we know Texas has the best barbecue, and now so will the rest of the country. Hear about the new season of a barbecue show featuring the top pit masters in the Lone Star State.
But first, whether you like putting or pups, there's a fun event where you can help raise big bucks for small dogs. It's next on SA Live.